What's up guys, it's Leanne Henry and I'm back with another video. So yes, I am still in quarantine, but I've been dressing up and doing my makeup every now and again just to make myself feel better and feel alive. So you should too. Today I'm gonna be answering your most asked questions about becoming a realtor. I have been getting a decent amount of traction on my YouTube videos and my YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for your support. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Come on, come join the party permanently. So I've been getting a lot of questions, not only in the comment section, but also in my DMs on Instagram. So I figured that I'd answer some of them. So I have a list of questions that people have been sending me. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer those. So the first question is, what did you do before becoming a realtor? So before I was a realtor, I worked at a university. I worked for an enrichment program that facilitated the process of students going from middle and high school and matriculating into a college university. Ideally, it was the one that I was working at, but we essentially wanted them to just go to college in general. I worked on developing and facilitating that program for 3 years. I loved it. I loved my coworkers. I loved the scholars. I loved the parents, the families, the sites, everything that went in to that program. I enjoyed it so much. I actually was fresh out of undergrad when I got that job. So I have a degree in psychology with a minor in community action and social change. So I focused on child development and the disparities that children face amongst communities. So working in that program was right exactly in my field. It was exactly what I wanted to do because it focused on children from underserved and underprivileged communities. So that's what I did for 3 years before I decided to become a realtor. Every time I tell that story, people are just like, you sound like you loved it so much. Why did you leave it? I just get distracted really quickly and really easily. So even though I absolutely loved that job, I was ready to try something different. I had the 3 years experience on my resume. So if I ever decided to go back to that, then I do have the adequate work experience to jump right back in, essentially. But I love real estate and I feel like I'm still getting my community building aspect out of it. So it wasn't too much of a jump when you think about it that way. Second question is, what did you learn your first year as a realtor? So I'm actually gonna make a whole video about this, but I'm going to paraphrase it right now. So my first year in real estate, I learned that you cannot be a one-person show. So even if you're an individual agent or you're an agent on a team, you still have to go out and ask for help. You can't just figure it all out yourself. There are people out there that are successful and they're more than willing to give you advice and help you out and lend a hand. So don't be afraid to ask for help. It'll save you a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of frustration. So make sure that you're asking people for help. Second thing that I learned is you are going to burn through money in the beginning. You're gonna burn through so much money because you're not making any money and you still have to live and you still have to buy these materials and marketing things and just expenses that you didn't expect to spend. You drive a lot more, so you spend a lot of money on gas. It's a lot. So make sure that you have a budget and you have a plan and you have even more savings saved up than what you think you're gonna need, because you literally just never know. Those are the top 2 things that I learned in my first year of real estate, but make sure that when that video does come, I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to drop it because I haven't even officially recorded it yet, but when it does come, make sure that you guys watch that. So going along with that point, whether you're with a team or whether you're going solo, a lot of people ask me which one do I suggest. To be honest, it's up to the person. So going solo is a little more difficult just because there's a lot more things that you have to learn on your own. But if you're at a brokerage that's really collaborative and they're more than willing to help you, then you don't necessarily need to be on a team. I started out not being on a team. I technically don't even think I'm on a team right now. I have a partner and we work together, but my deals are my deals and his deals are his deals. So usually when you're on a team, all of the deals that you guys have are funneled underneath the name of one person. So I wanted all of my deals to be under my name, which is why I chose to do it this way. But there are a couple of different ways that you can go about doing it. So teams have like different commission splits. They have just different things that they do that an individual agent wouldn't necessarily do for themselves. So team huddles, team check-ins, things like that. So when considering whether or not you want to go solo or join a team, then take into consideration those things and whether or not you feel like you need that collaborative feeling, that joint effort to keep your momentum going and keep your spirits up. Are you planning on becoming a dual career agent? So as of right now, no. I tried to do my previous job and real estate together at the same time. It did not work for me. I needed to just focus on one thing at a time, because real estate can be a job that takes up all day, all night if you let it. So I wanted to focus all of my efforts on real estate, so I slowly transitioned out of my previous job into doing real estate full time. It's not to say that having a job and doing real estate at the same time is impossible. It's not impossible. There are plenty of people that have done it. If you have the drive, the willpower to do so, you can literally do anything that you put your mind to. But for me personally, it just did not seem like a right fit. I also like sleep. I'm not a person that will sacrifice sleep or too much of it. You know, if I have to get up early or if I have to go to sleep late, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. But I feel like when I get a solid night's rest, then I'm just a better person. I get more work done. I'm more efficient in the work that I do. And I'm just overall a more pleasant and successful person. So I am an advocate of getting a solid night's sleep. Everybody talking about, I don't need to sleep, I'll sleep when I die. Yeah, if you don't sleep, you'll die sooner. So yeah, I do not plan on being a dual career agent. Next question is, what is your main source of marketing / how much money do you spend on marketing? So as of right now, I have spent $0 on marketing. I have just been working these free internets, all right? So my main source of marketing actually is on Instagram. So each time I post something, I usually always get somebody that'll send me a DM or send me a message asking about buying or selling a house. So just staying consistent in posting, and even I have an issue with that. Like, I'll do really, really good one week and I kind of just fall off the face of the planet the next week. But with this quarantine, I've been posting a lot more on my stories, but I want to do better at posting stuff actually on my timeline, because my followers are very, very active and very, very responsive to the things that I post. As of right now, I do not plan to spend any money on marketing just yet, especially because 2020 is just really up in the air. I'm not really sure what's happening with it. All is well for now. What tips do you have for studying and passing the state exam? So I've already posted a video on what I did to study for the state exam, but I can reiterate it again. So I made flashcards. So I studied the vocabulary terms that were in my book. At the end of each chapter, they had check your understanding questions and vocabulary terms to know. So I would go to that section, I would just write out the term and write out the definition on the other side, and just study those every chance I got. I would keep them in my pocket, I keep them in my purse. I could be in line at the grocery store and I'm flipping through these questions and just making sure that I knew them. But what's really, really important is making sure that you understand the concept and you're not just memorizing terms and definitions, because the way that they ask the questions on the exam are in a way that the only way you're going to get the right answer is if you actually understand the concept underneath that term and that definition. So make sure that you're not just memorizing, but you're understanding. Another YouTube channel that I absolutely loved while I was studying was Prep Agent. So this is not sponsored at all, but Joe from Prep Agent was really, really great in explaining terms in a very simple way for people to understand. And it doesn't matter what state that you're in, most of the things that he talks about are universal. So that'll help you guys as well. Make sure that you're asking questions when you're in the actual class. So I took my class in person. I did not take my class online. I would suggest that people take it in person if you're the type of individual that needs that one-on-one type of experience or that classroom experience, and to be able to ask questions when they arise. Like, raise your hand and ask the question right then and there. But I would ask questions. I also went to the in-person review sessions that were free as part of my class. So I made sure that I went to those, because they also gave me a review packet that was amazing. So I took all of the free materials that I could possibly get, because I didn't want to pay any additional money for the review packets or the practice exams or anything like that. Google is free. There's way too many free resources out there for you to pay any additional money for that. With all of the uncertainties surrounding COVID-19, do you think this is a good time for aspiring agents to get into the business? Well, that is another question that's hard to answer, but I will say that we're going into a very interesting time in real estate. A lot of the analysts and the resources that I'm reading are saying that it's not going to be like the 2008-2009 crash, but it's definitely going to be a shift in the market. People can look at this as a really, really bad thing, or they can look at this as a really, really great thing. So I think that it's probably going to be great, because a lot of agents that get into the business only get into it because they think it's a way to make really quick and easy money. You can make a lot of money, but it's not going to be easy. So there's still a lot of work that you have to put in. There's still long days, long hours. You have to talk to a lot of people. You have to stay on top of your game. If you are not a person that's disciplined enough to go through the motions and make sure that you're constantly progressing in your career as a real estate agent, you can get burned out very, very quickly. You can get discouraged very, very quickly, and you drop out of the business. I think there's a statistic of like 75% or something along those lines. A large number of agents who get into the business are out of the business within their first year. It's pretty saturated market, but when tough times like this come, the ones that are really, really about their business, they're really, really determined to succeed, they're going to stay. They're going to help as many people as they can, and they're still going to be making money in this process, even if the market keeps going like this, or it takes a turn, or whatever the case may be. Those agents who are passionate about their craft and passionate about the business are going to be successful. So that opens up room for those new people that want in on that action, and they're going to be relentless in their pursuit of success. So if you are willing to jump in during a time where it might be a little turbulent, it could really seriously pay off for you. It's just a matter of, are you ready for it? So do you have enough money saved? Are you strong enough emotionally? Do you have a good support system? Because all of those things are really, really important in your success as an agent. I say all of that to say, it depends. I don't know. I personally, no, I'm just gonna leave my personal feelings out of it, because I'm already in real estate. So that it doesn't really matter whether I would jump in at this time or not, because I've already been here for 3 years now. How long do you expect COVID-19 to be affecting the market? That's another one of those I don't know questions. I don't know. The only thing that I can do is prepare and keep servicing my clients as best as I possibly can, save up my coins, and just trust that whatever is going on, that God is still in control, and that I'm going to be okay. This world is going to be okay, and we're going to get through this. Positive thinking, just not thinking too far ahead, because that can really drive a person crazy. All of the what ifs, like sufficient for today is enough troubles. We don't have to worry about tomorrow until it comes. I do not have a prediction. I do not know. The only thing that I'm doing is focusing on the now and making sure that I'm staying ready, so that when everything does get back to normal and the ban is lifted and I can go out and show houses and all that good stuff, I don't have to get ready. What effects of the coronavirus have you seen in real estate already? So even though it's still early, some of the things that I have seen happening is they're tightening the qualifications for getting a loan, specifically for FHA loans. So the minimum required credit score has also gone up slightly. I've also seen closings get delayed. So things are just moving a little bit slower just because everyone's trying to hurry up and get their loans closed. A lot of the lenders and title companies are working 24/7, just trying to make sure that they get everything done. Those are the top things that I've seen right now. So yeah, those are the top questions that I've been getting right now about real estate, all of that jazz. So it's a hodgepodge of a video and answering all of your questions. But if you guys have any more questions, drop them in the comment section below and I'll take my time to respond to each one of them. I hope you guys are staying safe, you're staying healthy, and I hope that we can all get out of the house soon. Michigan just extended their stay home order. What are you guys doing in your places? Yeah, what are some of the ways that you're spending your time in quarantine and keeping your sanity? I wanna know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.